Hey Soul Fam, so I left my tropical paradise ranch to come to the city because I'm called to do grid work, and I was just called to tour around visiting the churches and pyramids. I'm here in Oaxaca now. Oaxaca City at this Santo Domingo temple, which is all gold inside. I can show you some video, it probably won't do it justice. I'll film a little bit silently, and like I said, it's all gold inside and the sun is kind of coming in, and it looks way cooler in person. But what I want you to witness is all the dead Yeshuas, and that what I'm here doing, this grid work, is just witnessing Yeshua as the immortal witch that he was. He doesn't like to be shown all bloody and stuff. It's really a distortion, so let's go in. He looks so sad. Okay, here we have another dead Jesus. Really bloody, gory, dead Jesus. He doesn't really like being shown like this. Here they're saying that it's important, the emphasis on his resurrection, but what I see in the art is that everywhere he's all bloody and dead. This is all 24 karat gold. Here's a rose window with another dead Jesus. That's the sun coming in through the window, so this is the best time of day to come. So yeah, I didn't feel like leaving my ranch. The mangoes are almost ripe, but I'm feeling called to do this tour because all of the pyramids are activating and the churches are activating too. And there's a grid between the churches. Here's another church right across the street. There's a bunch right in this area. And all around here there's mountains, and then tomorrow I'm going to the pyramids. So my point is that the churches, the pyramids, and the mountains are all communicating with each other to awaken to this grid of free energy that is the ether that we are now remembering that we have access to as humans. And so I'm just here witnessing all the Yeshua distortions, and I don't know, I'm just here gridding. Tomorrow I'm going to the pyramids because, so before there was a distortion here, there was like the ancient ancestors, and they lived in harmony, and then it was infiltrated by the negative aliens, and they're the ones who were asking for human sacrifice. And then when the Spanish came, they did all kinds of torture and stuff too. So anyways, all of the sites are waking up, and the churches and the mountains and the pyramids are all working together. So wherever you are, go into a church. Here it is from the outside. It's very beautiful. The churches themselves are alive and they have power, like the bells have power. All the symbols, what I noticed is there'll be like a beautiful window of the sun, and like a sun sculpture, and then they'll put the Jesus, like the dead, bloody Jesus, in the way of that. So what that's representing is like the negative alien implants, how they implanted this trauma into our light body as a collective. And because Yeshua, Jesus, is such a collective symbol, a collective hero, like even whether you're Christian or not, like he's something that exists in our psyche. And the fact that they murdered him and they parade his bloody body around everywhere it impacts the collective psyche as a negative alien implant. And so just if you want to participate in this grid work, practice looking at him as the immortal witch that he was and is. If you see him bloody, just see him as alive. And you can do this in all the churches wherever you are. Just notice the symbolism. I feel like there's so much more here that I'm not picking up on yet. That's why I just need to spend some time in there, like sitting with it and meditating and listening and bringing offerings. I'm bringing some cacao to the church. I'm bringing cacao to the pyramids, and I'll make a video from the pyramids tomorrow. And yeah, I just encourage you to tune in your own way with the churches, with the mountains, with the pyramids, wherever you are. And tune into the grid of free energy that wants to awaken again, and also whatever wisdom the pyramids are speaking to us right now. A lot of us light workers are being called to visit all of these sacred sites now. And sacred sites truly exist everywhere. Like the whole earth is sacred. The whole earth is magical. The whole earth is worthy of rituals, worthy of offerings. And the more we bring her offerings, the more she wakes up. So wherever you are, if there's a stream, you bring her a flower, or you bring her some cacao seeds or tobacco or whatever. That's how she wakes up to her sacredness again, and she comes alive. So stay tuned for more adventures. I'm in Oaxaca this week. I'm going to Puebla next week, which has the highest concentration of churches in Cholula and also has the largest pyramid in the world. And so the Spanish, when they came, they built the churches on top of already sacred sites, just like they did in Europe too. My ancestors are from Ireland, and they did the same thing in France, in England, and Ireland. They built the Catholic churches on top of spring water sites, and spring water is where they worship the goddess. So just reclaiming these sites, these sacred points on the earth, reclaiming them for humanity, and honoring the earth and her magic every single place. Also, I drove across the United States less than a year ago, and the whole thing is gorgeous. There's a lot of cornfields in the middle, but it doesn't matter. Like, if you decide to do a ritual, to do an offering, or to honor the earth wherever you are, that's when it wakes up. So the earth is waking up. We're activating her, and she's activating us. So I'm here helping her remember who she is, but she's also giving me codes. I came back inside the temple, and I'm going to get a tour now. He's going to explain to me a little bit.
Y los frailes dominicos están planeando una magna celebración. Aquí están los primeros 15 misterios del Rosario. 5 gozosos por el nacimiento a la derecha, 5 gozosos por la muerte a la izquierda, y los gloriosos en la parte superior. Los 4 evangelistas son parte de la decoración del transepto: San Juan, San Mateo, San Lucas y San Marcos.
¿Puedes repetir esa parte de los mártires?
Sí,
ahí, el sol?
ahí hay 104 frailes dominicos mártires en la misma cantidad de óvalos, simbolizando martirio, rechazo, muerte, y un vitral para recibir los rayos del sol al atardecer y considerarlo como la bendición de Dios Padre hacia la Iglesia. Todas las construcciones dominicas están orientadas de poniente a oriente bajo ese mismo fin.
Okay.
Y esta ha sido la explicación de lo más importante, esperando que haya.
Okay, so basically what I got out of the tour is that it's a very beautiful church made of 24 karat gold and beautiful detailed wooden carvings, but there's really gory pictures of dead Jesus all over the place, even things that didn't happen to him, just really gory dead Jesus. And then they made a sun out of martyrs, which is very symbolic.